doing an update right now on the system. This isn't an official system test, because in a system test I'd like to do a lot of changes and not just, do one little change and call it a system test. So I'm just calling it system test something, whatever system test it is, 0.5. So anyway, I did a couple changes as far as controls in panel. Still the same old LRS 7002. That's the worst title job I've done there. That's the best. I did some labeling on the inside. This switch doesn't do anything but turn on a light. Pretty lame. I don't know why it's there, but this is power, this is silence, reset, system test, and trouble silence. You also have drill timer and specific test, along with your indicators, which I haven't quite labeled. Pretty much memorized though. And this is just all power supply stuff. So yeah, that's the only panel changes besides one. Well, I connected an annunciator. Yep, finally did it. Took about 12 or 13 system tests, but did it finally. Took a whole weekend, only because I also built the annunciator itself before actually wiring the whole thing into the panel. Well, I basically took old project little panel controls and made them into one thing. Now that I think about it, I probably should use this, but it's made by a different company. So this is officially called the ASA 1001, or the alternate system annunciator. I say alternate because it's like an alternate panel control kind of thing. So, down up here, silence. This isn't a light, but I will at one point make this into a light bulb. This is reset, and that's test. I had to replace the two doorbell buttons because one had to be normally closed, so that gets rid of one, and the other one actually lets a little bit of power through, and I don't like that. It makes part of the alarms go off. So I took that out, replaced it with this, and I also gave it a little washer as like a cover so you don't see the back. So yeah, pretty much the summary of that. I have about, I have 6 wires coming out of here, and then they go behind my alarm board here, which is a different system. Goes down here and comes into here, into this new hole I drilled. Inside the back part of this, there's a third section that wasn't used, and I put in a terminal strip for annunciators. And the only bad thing is that you'd have to unscrew this safeguard here, which is somewhat of a pain, and you got to go back there and wire another annunciator up there if I want to connect another one. Yeah, it took me it probably would have gotten this done earlier if I had realized that the reset button I actually have to wire up differently than the silence or the test. Because since the reset button is normally a close button, I can't just wire it up on the button terminals on the panel. Like silence switch, I wired that up on the silence button terminals on the back. But I can't do that with reset because it's a normally closed button rather than normally open, or a switch. So I don't want to explain why, because I do know why, but don't want to bother explaining it. So I have to wire it before or after the button within panel wiring. So that's what I did. Took a long time. There's a barrier of wires back there, and I don't want to go into that. Test, I just wired up into the pullstation circuit. I do have a terminal inside that I can wire it to, but didn't bother because I had accidentally already closed up the panel before wiring the test up right. And silence, just like in there, is a switch, except this time you can actually see the fact that it's a switch. This one's just a push on, push off button. So, yeah. Also, my entire area here is different now. TV's not there anymore, and I put up some new workshop shelves and stuff. So, this area is kind of different. And one other thing. It's not really it's changed. It's more of a proof, kind of. I took out the pull station that was mounted here on the door, and I'm going to do this differently. These are the two wires for the pull station circuit. I'm going to drill this, just the section out here for the back of pull station. I'm going to mount on the front here. And I'm going to do a lot of other changes, including the introduction of a new lemward fire alarm. So, anyway, that'll be the next official system test. So, hold on a second. I'm just going to put on my earphones. Alright, so, obviously normally I'd pull a pull station or something, but right now I'm actually going to I'm going to push the annunciator. So we'll go ahead and push test. Oh, I had silence turned on. Whoops. Just reset it. There you go. And one of these is... There we go. Alright, let's try that again. System test. Alright, I could directly put reset because I only use the test button, so there'd be no point to doing silence. However, I can go ahead and reactivate it with the pull station. Let's see. There's actually only one pull station in here. Should be like 3. Okay, just use the lemward push button. Alright, system is in silence. Go ahead and this will take a while. I'll go ahead and cut this part out. Hold on a second. Alright. I have a crap load of keys on here. Okay. Go ahead and reset it from here. Alright. Now, I'm going to go ahead and reset. Right? System reset. Turn off silence. Alright. So, take these off. Alright, so that was the testing of the annunciator. Works pretty well, I say. If I can, it's a maybe. I'll connect the annunciator up into my bedroom where the second part of the alarm system is. Oh, the Gentex thing, which I didn't mount well last time, I remounted on there with a special little thing. Special little screw thing I found. So now it's mounted better. Like I said, this is only system test point 5 because of the fact that I only did some labeling and connected an annunciator. Other than that, everything's pretty much the same. So, anyway, thank you for watching.